I am Dr. Shailendra Sinha, professor in the Department of Mechanical Engineering at Institute of Engineering and Technology, Lucknow. I am here to deliver a lecture or basically concern third lecture in the series of the gas turbine, and I welcome you all in this third lecture. This is in continuation with the second lecture on the gas turbine, and this lecture what we have theory we have understood in the first two lectures, and this lecture in continuation to how we can apply that theory to solving the problems of the gas turbine. So, this lecture is totally dedicated to the problem solving on the gas turbine. Before going to the taking or attempting any problem, I just here want to just review the some of the concept of which we have gone through in the earlier lectures. We can see that here how the simple cycle is going to be there, Brayton cycle arrangement, what are the components are going to be there, simple cycle, how we can plot the temperature entropy diagram for the simple cycle, what are the processes, isentropic compression, constant pressure heating, isentropic expansion, then constant pressure heat rejection. Then what these are the some of the equations which we have derived earlier in the lecture on the simple cycle, that what is the efficiency of the cycle, how we can find out, we have done it earlier, what is the work ratio and how we can find out what is the optimum pressure ratio for which the maximum work output from the plant can be get, that is the net work output is maximum, optimum pressure ratio for that it is going to be there. What is the air rate, basically it tells about the size of the plant, higher air rate means bigger size of the plant is going to be there, how we will find the air rate from the given problem, how we will can find out the specific fuel consumption, and these are the some of the equations, this is the network output. And again if inefficiencies we have to calculate or irreversibilities, problems can be attempted in two manner. One is the isentropic efficiency or the machine efficiency or simple efficiency is given, then we have to proceed in the manner of the isentropic efficiency of expansion and isentropic efficiency of compression. Isentropic expansion efficiency, as we discussed earlier, isentropic efficiency of compressor or turbine, that is going to be for the case of compressor, it is going to be delta H ideal upon delta H actual, and how we can find out for the turbine, that we have discussed. If polytropic efficiency is given, then the method by which we find out the temperature, because only thing is if we have find out the temperatures at the different state point, then half of the problem is solved. Only then we have to put the values of the temperature in certain equations for the remaining of the problems, what we have to do. So, here just I am going to tell you about that, and just certain things are going to be there, whatever the equations we have taken, just recall these equations. What is the turbine polytropic efficiency, compressor polytropic efficiency, if we are doing the interstage cooling, intercooling is there, multi-stage process is going to be there, or the reheating is there in the turbine, then what will be the optimum intermediate pressure, that is going to be derived. Ideal regeneration, if the regenerative cycle is there, what will be the efficiency, how we will find out the temperature, what are the effectiveness of the regenerator, etc., that all things we have discussed. And this is one diagram I have shown, it is a combination of all the things, whether the intercooling is going to be there, where the regeneration is going to be there, where the reheating is going to be there, and we can plot the temperature entropy diagram. The first step just to plot the temperature entropy diagram. Second step is that find out the temperature, value of temperature at the different state point, whatever the information given in the problem, and third step, what are the things are given, just put the values in the equations here, you can do the thing. Then in this, now suppose first problem we move to that and attempting the first problem, that how you are going to try to attempt those things. It is given in air standard Brayton cycle, the maximum and minimum temperature is given to you. This is the minimum temperature, this is the maximum temperature. Pressure ratio, it is not given, but it is given the pressure ratio that which maximizes the net work developed by the turbine. So, pressure ratio is optimum for which is going to be for the maximum work output, that is going to be there, and we have to do the calculation per unit basis of the plant, we have to find out the network is going to be there. So, just first thing is that for attempting that problem, first draw the simple cycle is going to be there, These are the different state points. This is the combustion chamber, this is compressor, this is the turbine. If we plot the cycle on the temperature entropy chart 1, 2, 3, 4, these are the different state points. We have to find out the certain things here. What things are given in the problem? Minimum temperature is given to you 300 Kelvin, maximum temperature is given to you 1200 Kelvin. This is the minimum and maximum temperature is going to be there. Pressure ratio, what is this? Suppose this is the pressure P 2, this is the pressure P 1. Pressure ratio is P 2 upon P 1, that is not given to you, that we have to find out, and for finding out it is given the pressure ratio is such that which maximizes the net work developed by the thing. So, we have derived the earlier condition. What is the condition for pressure ratio in this manner? Output pressure, optimum pressure for maximum work output, for maximum W net, this is the condition. So, T 3 is given to you, T 1 is given to you, value of gamma is going to be 1.4. Put it the value here, we can find the pressure ratio for this cycle. This is 1200 divided by 300 raised to the power 1.4 divided by 1.4 minus 1, and this value of the pressure ratio, it comes here 11.3. This is the pressure ratio is going to be there. So, pressure ratio we have find out, it comes 11.3. Now, only thing is we have to find out the temperature. Relations are same, T 2 upon T 1 we can find out as P 2 upon P 1 raised to the power gamma minus 1 over gamma, where gamma minus 1 over gamma, that suppose we have taken, put it m, put the value of gamma is equal to 1.4, then this value comes around 0.286, because this term will be used many times, the value of gamma minus 1 over gamma will be used. So, we have specified by the value of m, and it is going to be 0.286. So, cycle when we have plotted, with this pressure ratio, find out the temperature at point 2, temperature at point 2, 11.3 is the pressure ratio, and this is equal to 0.286. When we will do it, temperature at point 2 comes here, T 2 value comes 600 Kelvin. Similarly, pressure ratio is same for the expansion, same equation for the T 3 upon T 4. T 3 is given 1200, with the same equation we can find out the value of T 4, and this T 4 is going to be, again when we have calculated, it again comes 600 Kelvin. Now, only thing is we have to find out the net work and the efficiency of the cycle. For finding out net work, turbine work, that is going to be Cp for 1 kg of fluid, T 3 minus T 4, compressor work Cp T 2 minus T 1, and when we have find out this value of put T 3 is going to be this, maximum T 3 is the T max, and T 4 we have calculated. The value of turbine work we have found out from here, it comes around 603 kilojoule per kg, and the value of compressor work, put the value there, it comes around 301.5 kilojoule per kg Kelvin. Net work output, that will be turbine work minus compressor work, subtract the compressor work from the turbine work, this minus this value comes to your 301.5, and efficiency of the cycle, net work upon Q 1. Q 1 is the heat supplied. How we will find out Q 1? Q 1 is Cp T 3 minus T 2. T 3 is known to you, maximum temperature, that is the T 3, T 2 is known to you, put in this equation, finally the value of Q, it comes your 603 kilojoule per kg of air. Put the value here, you will find out the efficiency, it comes 50% is the efficiency of the cycle. So, in this manner what we have done here, the main thing is we have to find out the value of the temperatures at the different state points, and if the value of the temperature at the different state points we have find out. With the advantage here is we assume that working substance is the gases, air, and we assume that it is a perfect gases. All the relations which we can use for the perfect gases, that relations are going to be used. Similarly, T2 upon T1, P2 upon P1, gamma minus 1 over gamma, what is the constant pressure, heat addition, Cp T3 minus T2. Similar, whatever the earlier we have done, same equation you can use there, and in this manner we can solve the problem. So, this is the first problem which we have taken here for the simple gas turbine cycle, and the condition is that your pressure ratio was not given, but the pressure ratio was, which is the optimum value for getting the maximum work output. Now, in the same thing, now we move to the second problem, and that second problem here, suppose it is given to you an open gas turbine plant work between temperature limits of this and this. Again temperature limits are given to you. Temperature limits means this is pressure P2, pressure P1, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4. This is the isentropic line, this is the temperature entropy diagram. Limit means it is the minimum temperature and it is the maximum temperature, that is temperature at 0.3. This limit given to you 823 degree centigrade and 27 degree centigrade. Here we can say T1, that is going to be 27 degree centigrade. In terms of Kelvin, it is going to be 300 Kelvin. Similarly, maximum temperature T3, that is given to you 823 degree centigrade. When we convert it into Kelvin, that is going to be 1096 Kelvin. This is the temperature, maximum temperature is going to be there. Ambient pressure is given 1, this pressure is given 1, P1 is given to you 1 bar, and another thing is given to you, pressure ratio is 4. Now, pressure ratio is given here, in this problem pressure ratio is given. So, pressure ratio is going to be 4, it means P2 is going to be 4, pressure ratio is P1 upon P2 upon P1, that is going to be 4. Another things are given here, compressor efficiency is 80% and polytropic efficiency for the turbine. I have taken the case where the both the asymptotic efficiency and polytropic efficiency is going to be covered. So, both are different thing. Compressor efficiency means the isentropic efficiency, and polytropic efficiency we discussed in detail, it is going to be different thing. Here the for compressor isentropic efficiency, it is given as 0.8, 80%, and polytropic efficiency for turbine, this is the turbine, it is given at 81% as 0.81. Calorific value of the fuel, that is given to you, it is going to be 42 megajoule per kg or 40,000 kilojoule per kg. Combustion efficiency is given to you, combustion efficiency is given to you 0.95 or 95%. We have to find the thermal efficiency of the cycle, air fuel ratio, air rate, specific fuel and so on. Too many things we are going to be find out here. So, how to attempt this problem? Again same thing is there, find out the temperature at different point. Thing is there, it is not the isentropic process or the ideal process is given, isentropic efficiency is given to you and polytropic efficiency is given to you. Then process, this is 0.2 S if it is representing your isentropic one, this is no need of that, this is the actual 0.2, and because it is given the polytropic efficiency, so polytropic efficiency will be this one will be the 0.4, this is nothing is going to be there. we have to find out the temperature at point 2, temperature at point 4. When we find out the temperature at point 2 and point 4, almost all things that we have to put the values of the T2, T1, T3, 4 in the equations there. Now, try to attempt this problem. How we are doing? This one is given. How to find out T2? We have discussed that isentropic efficiency of compression is going to be equal to T2s minus T1 divided by T2 minus T1. How will you find out T2s? This is the isentropic compression. What is the adiabatic relationship that we have known? From there we can find out the values of that. T2 dash divided by T1 we can write down as the pressure ratio raised to the power gamma minus 1 over gamma, or m is equal to, we can take gamma minus 1 over gamma, that is equal to 0.286. Okay. From where put the value of pressure ratio as the 4, this is 0.286, we can find out the value of T2 dash, and T2 dash comes here 446 Kelvin. What the values we have find out again? T2 dash is going to be equal to 446 Kelvin. Put this value of T2 dash or T2s basically you can say here. So, this T2s is known to you and T1 is known to you, T2s is known to you, T2 is can be this value of this is known to you 0.8. From here we can find out the value of T2, and the value of T2 comes here 482.5 Kelvin. To T2s we have find out, T2 we have find out, T2 is 482.5 Kelvin. So, with the help of the isentropic efficiency of compression, we find out first the T2s isentropic temperature and then the actual temperature T2. Now, for turbine it is given the polytropic efficiency. For polytropic efficiency means polytropic expansion is there, we can use for the turbine T3 is equal to T4, that will be equal to P3 upon P4 raised to the power n minus 1 upon n. It is the polytropic process, and here we have to find out the value of n, it is not given to you. Instead of value of n, you have been given the polytropic efficiency of the turbine. So, with the help of this polytropic efficiency, first we have to find out the value of n, and then by putting that value of n this equation, we can find out the value of T2. One, 2, 3, 4, 2s. So, what values we have find out? Now, we have to find out the value of polytropic efficiency for turbine. Its expression is given, if you remember, n minus 1 over n into gamma over gamma minus 1. Gamma is equal to 1.4, polytropic efficiency of turbine, that is given to you 0.81. Put the value here in this equation. So, 0.821 is equal to n minus 1 over n into 1.4 divided by 1.4 minus 1, and with the help of this equation you can find out the value of n, and the value of n from this equation it comes as 1.3. Once the value of n is known to you, now you can find out the value of T4. T4 you can find out in the manner T3 upon T4 is equal to pressure ratio raised to the power n minus 1 upon n. Now, the value of n from this equation is known to you, T3 is given to you, that is the maximum temperature, T3 is given to you 823 means 1096 Kelvin, and by putting this value here we can find out the value of T4, and T4 comes from here as 796 Kelvin. Now, these are the values is going to be there. Now, we have to find out heat supplied. Heat supplied in the combustion chamber will be the mass of the fuel for 1 kg of air we are talking about into the calorific value of fuel into the combustion efficiency, and that is going to be equal to the, if we see the combustion chamber, what is happening in the combustion chamber? At point 2 it is entering, here mass of air is entering, certain fuel is entering, but combustion takes place and it leaves here at point 3. What is here the mass of air? We can here the mass of gases, we can put mass of gases is equal to mass of air plus mass of fuel, and by making the energy balance we can say Ma Cp Ta plus Mf into heat release calorific value into the combustion efficiency. This is the value and it is going to be equal to the mg Cpg T3. With this energy balance we can find out the remaining values. Put the value here, combustion efficiency is known to you, calorific value is known to you, and Cp is going to be 1. So, this can be reduced as your Ma upon Mf. From here you can find out with this equation, and the value of Ma upon Mf, it is going to be your 63.25. T3 is known to you, Cp is 1, mass of gas is equal to Ma plus Mf put कर लीजिए, then from Ma is given, here Mf is given, divide it and putting the values of this here you can find out the things going to be there. Now, we come to the work of turbine, that will be Ma plus Mf Cp T3 minus T4, put in this equation you will find out the work of the turbine, it comes 304.7 kilojoule per kg of air, and work of compressor, that will be Ma Cp T2 minus T1, T2 is known to you, Ma for 1 kg of air you have to known to you. To work of compressor it comes your 182.5 kilojoule per kg of air is going to be there. Heat supplied Q1 is for 1 kg of air, if we see Mf upon Ma is the and calorific value and combustion efficiency. Heat supplied here it comes to the 630.8 kilojoule per kg. So, these are the different values we have find out. Now, only put the values in this equation. Efficiency is turbine work minus compressor work upon the heat supplied, and when we put the value here it is going to be 4.7 minus 182.5 divided by 630.8, efficiency comes to you around 19.4%. This is the efficiency is going to be there. Now, air rate is going to be 3600 upon W net, and this will be 3600, net work is equal to 122.2, this comes your 29.5 kg per kilowatt hour. Specific fuel consumption, this was again air rate into mass of fuel divided by mass of A, that we have already calculated its value, put it here, it is going to be 29.5 divided by 63.25, and that comes to you 0.466 kg per kilowatt hour. Work ratio, net work upon turbine work, put the value here, this value comes as 0.4. Now, we have to find out air flow rate for 200 megawatt capacity. 200 megawatt plant capacity, we have to find out the flow rate of air. So, suppose mass rate of flow is ma dot into work done per kg of air, net work output is per kg of air, if we have find out, this is going to be equal to the net power capacity of the plant 200 into 10 to the power 3 kilojoule. Then it is going to be, because 200 megawatt was there, so it was the kilowatt we have converted, and from here W net is you have find out earlier. When we find out this, M A is going to be your 1636.6 kg per second, and mass of fuel mf upon ma you have find out earlier. From that equation, divided by 63.25, that is going to be your 25.87 kg per second. So, in this manner we have seen that the how we can use the polytropic efficiency and how we can use your isentropic efficiency, what is the difference in the method by which we can calculate the temperatures at the different points, and with the use of that temperatures we have find the temperature at the different state points, and that just put the values in this equation, we can find out the remaining things. So, this is the manner we can do it. We have attempted it for the your simple cycle. Similarly, for the modified cycle, only thing is with the help of the equation effectiveness or what is the reheating, what is the intermediate pressure. With the use of this, you have to find out the value at the different value of the temperature at the different state point, and once the temperature at the different state point is known to you, your problem is going to be solved. So, in this manner you can do the problems associated with the gas turbine. Thank you.